and I cannot wait to play the updated re-release. Well, would you looky here? I have the updated re-release. Here I was, just minding my own business, working on a review for a game that gives me heartburn, when I see this announcement on the Jamestown Discord. And I was like, oh yes. And so here we are today. Not only did I get to bug test the update to one of my favorite shmups, but I also get to review it early. And thank you very much to the fine folks at Battery Staple and Final Form Games for giving me this opportunity. You guys are the bomb. Jamestown Plus looks better, sounds better, has more, and is more. It renders the original game completely obsolete. It even has additional content in the form of 2 new levels and the new Armada ship types, which let you customize your playstyle with many different attack options. For example, when using the Laser ship, your special attack can either be a laser that stays in place, which helps a lot when playing solo, or a massively powerful laser beam that takes some time to charge up. Incidentally, Armada is also piloted by a skeleton. I'm just saying. I'm really excited to try out the other Armada ships. I would have had them all ready for this video if I had managed to beat the 2 new levels on Legendary difficulty, but as it turns out, they are very hard. More on that later. Jamestown Plus also adds in the ships from the DLC of the original release. Gunpowder spawns up to 3 rotating barrels that behave as options, adding to your basic fire, and can be launched as your special attack for high damage. Ghost can leave a mirror image that fires in place while you whip out a sword to cut through foes. And my favorite, Treason, which fires homing missiles and moves much faster than the other ships, allowing you to weave through bullet patterns and cover more ground. While the original game is great, I always thought that having only 4 ships limited the replay value a bit. Now in Jamestown Plus, I'm having a blast jumping between all these crazy playstyles and seeing which ones I gel with the most. Both the graphics and music have been remastered. Everything looks much more crisp and vibrant now. And the music, composed by Francisco Cerda, sounds better as well. That's something I only barely touched on when I was talking about the original game in my Steam Shmups video. This soundtrack is amazing. It might be the most epic soundtrack for a shmup that I've ever heard. For real, when's the last time you played a shmup with a fully orchestrated soundtrack? It sounds like it came right out of a movie. I really like Turning the Tide. Reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics. Let's talk about another thing that I barely mentioned, the difficulty. Anybody's grandmother can beat a level on normal, that's nothing. If you want to see the credits roll, you're gonna have to beat every level on Legendary difficulty. Which, even still, as long as you don't focus on getting a high score, you can squeak through 4 out of 5 of the base levels. With 2 lives and 2 credits, it's not that difficult with some practice. That is, until you reach Croatoa. Cramped in many places, packed full of enemies, and with a 2-phase boss fight at the end. This level will test you. Just like how I tested this game for bugs, which unfortunately led to the following. I'll have you know that that was my best run so far, and I only cried for 20 minutes. And yeah, I'm a little bit weeb. Don't judge me. I did eventually manage to beat the level, and I gotta tell ya, after trying so many times and finally hearing that glorious victory theme, man, I felt like I really accomplished something. Continuing with the theme of high difficulty, the moons of Mars, Phobos and Deimos, are real nutbusters as well. They too have to be beaten on Legendary if you want to unlock all the Armada ships. I like Deimos a lot. Something about it reminds me a lot of Metal Slug. But man, this place has a startling number of crabs. Like really, just an outrageous number of crabs. I feel like I should be hearing rave music when playing this level. I mentioned in my shmups video that I really only play shmups for the fun of it and don't care that much about a high score. Jamestown Plus is the exception. This game's scoring system is not only easy to understand and use, but it's also fun. Unlike in Space Moth DX where it's mind-numbingly boring. It's simple really. Collect gold to activate Vaunt mode, and keep it activated for as long as possible by collecting more gold. That's how you get the big points. And once you've played enough that you start memorizing secret bonus point opportunities, like destroying these orange sacks just before they explode, that's when you can really start to make a dent on the leaderboards. You hear that, Zelda Fan 22? I'm coming for you. I cannot recommend this game enough. You don't have to be a shmup enthusiast to recognize the incredible amount of work that went into making Jamestown the best it could possibly be. If more game developers strive for the high standard of quality that Final Form Games holds themselves to, then my hope for the industry would be rekindled. My final message to Final Form Games: please don't stop. I gotta say, getting to talk about this game was a nice holiday treat. Now back to what I was working on, which I plan to have out before the end of the year. And hey, looks like we're getting pretty close to 100 subs, so thank you very much for that. It's humbling to know that people enjoy my reviews. I'll do my best not to disappoint. Until next time, this is A Skeleton, signing out.